All right, hooked up to something good here. Hasn't jumped yet, so I'm thinking not a snook. Looks like maybe a redfish. Looks like a good redfish. Like a really good redfish. Which is kind of what I was hoping for here. Oh yeah, beauty redfish. Beauty redfish. Try to back myself out of here in case there's more. Catching a lot of little stuff, so I turned my camera off, of course, just to try to save on the memory cards. But that one hit like a freight train and took 20 feet of line when it on the strike, which is super rad. Gold spoon, the trusty gold spoon, that Johnson Sprite ½ ounce, is really, really hard to beat. I've caught more big redfish on that than anything else, including bait. It's just money. I think he's got one more run in him though. Just a good one, just a really good one. Got kind of a high tide here. About to go slack, but it's not quite slack. Just saw an American crocodile around the corner. That was cool. Jeez, they pull. Unbelievable. Got 10-pound line. 35-pound fluorocarbon leader. Sunline FC Sniper. We got her. The motor out of here in case there's more. Come back through here quiet. I don't think we disturbed the shoreline all that much. All right, here she is. Look at that. Beauty. Man, they pull hard. They pull so hard. So much fun. Just a nice one. I don't think it's quite 30, but not complaining about that one. That's beauty. Pulled really hard. The dolphins are surrounding me. They seem to know when you're about to release a tired fish. Kind of crazy, really. The dolphins won't leave me alone. They're trying to eat this redfish the second I release it here, so I'm gonna get them good and revived and release them up here by the mangroves. There she goes. Swam under the canoe, which isn't what I wanted. I wanted her to swim into the mangroves, but I don't see the dolphins at the minute, currently this minute, so hopefully that'll make it. Earlier today I was catching some smaller snook, and as soon as I'd hook one and bring it in the boat, the dolphins would be right underneath the canoe, ready to chomp it up. So started taking them right over to the mangroves for release and let them get in there. I guess the dolphins have to eat too, but I feel a lot better about releasing my fish to survive another day. Hooked up. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, another redfish. Not quite as big, but it's a beauty. Oh, what bulldogs. They're so fun. Again, I'm gonna try to pull myself out of here in case there's a bunch of them. I don't want to spook the whole mess of them. There's mullet. There's more mullet here than I've seen anywhere else. Of course, I imagine the dolphins will be coming here. Maybe I can get this one unhooked quick, a little quicker. Easier said than done. It's pulling my canoe around, pulling the old Gheenoe around. Look at that. Look at that. Woo. Yes. Nice chunker. That'd be like a slot fish if I wanted to keep one. I'm not sure. They just had a red tide down here, so I don't know if it's a good idea right now or not. Probably be fine, but woo. Just gonna do a quick look and get her back. Side saddle here. Awesome color. One nice spot. Off she goes. Get set up, do that again hopefully. Here's the lure. It's my all-time producer. It's just a cheap Johnson Sprite. I believe it's the 1/2 ounce in a 35-pound fluoro leader. Sunline Sniper FC, I believe it is. Only because they make 35. I have a barrel swivel. Ball bearing swivel might be even better, but we lose a lot of tackle in the mangroves here, so we're going with that. And that's my all-time producer rig right there. Pretty simple. Let's see if we can do it again. Get out of here. Bumping stuff right like that, just like that. There's a whole bunch of them here. Not sure what that cormorant's gonna do, that big redfish, but gonna try to get food out of his mouth or whatever, but to get away from this school again. Looking like it could end up to be like a almost every cast thing here. I don't want to jinx it, but you can see the mangroves up there don't look real tropical after the hurricane. It's not as lush or tropical, but the fish are here and they're hungry. Just gonna let that one go. Really quick release on that one. See if we can get a bigger one. That's a fun size, but that's probably just that 18, 19 inch eating size too, but try laying one cast further out here. Saw some fish breaking the surface out here. I don't know if they're mullet. Hard to tell what's mullet and what's redfish. I mean, there's obviously mullet jumping and swimming by. I think those redfish get in and root around behind them sometimes. Or maybe they're eating the smaller ones, right? If there's any finger mullet, they love those. Lay one back in there, kind of getting in the zone again here. We'll see. Haven't seen a tail per se. Kind of what I was looking for. Thought I saw tails earlier. It ended up being that crocodile, American crocodile. That was really cool. See if I can splice that video in here. I got probably a better video on my phone. In the grass there. Got turtle grass out here with some other mixed grass, and then we've got these sand patches. This salt and pepper bottom is always, to me, a lot fishier than just solid grass. So here's the grass right here. Turtle grass, really great stuff for all kinds of fish. There's a bunch of mullet going the other way. Been seeing a few tarpon roll, so oh wow, there's a bunch of mullet here kind of getting chased around, I think. Would love to get a big tarpon or some big snook on this trip, but the tarpon thing's a little intimidating by yourself, although I guess I could chase one down in this Gheenoe. I've hooked them before. I've hooked really big ones in this Gheenoe and got my butt kicked, but I guess that's why it's intimidating to me. But yeah, we'll see here. Lots of mullet. Lots of mullet. I don't know if that's showing up on the camera or not. Kind of really in the fishy zone here now. We'll see. Felt like there was a school there for a minute, but who knows? Sometimes you spook them right out. Sometimes it's one and done, and sometimes you can catch a bunch of them. There's something feeding over there under those mangroves. This is exciting. This is exciting. Definitely an advantage to have a small craft with a trolling motor or a push pull. The wind's actually howling pretty good. That's why I ended up over here on the leeward side of the island. Because it was a handful trying to fish and steer the Gheenoe. Sometimes all you can do is go to the calm water, especially if you want to enjoy yourself a little bit. Hooked up. That's a snook coming at me. Boy, they're good at getting off. Or is it? It's a big trout. It's a really big trout, and there's another one with it. That's a gator. Holy smokes. Look at that. He's rolled up a little. That's a big trout. That's a big trout for this water. All right. All right, well, we got the inshore slam today anyway. Snook, which I don't think you'll see. Redfish and sea trout, and this is a dandy sea trout. Just a beauty. Again, I'm gonna push myself around this area, get out of here. There's more redfish, and there was at least another really big trout swimming with this one. That was really cool to see. Kind of park over here. See if we can get this done right here. Huh? What was that one? Holy smokes. It's a really good one. For me anyway. 9, 18, probably 25 incher. Beauty of a trout, if you ask me. Really nice one. All right. Get this thing back. The clumsy release there. See if I can grab her up. There she goes. Woo. Yes, a big trout. Big trout. Let's see if we can get a big snook now for an impressive slam. Mullet everywhere, and I can feel my spoon banging off them once in a while. Ooh, like a good fish. Feels like a good fish again. Another redfish. Man, they're in here. Ooh, that hooked real well. Give you a real quick look at that one. Just a cookie cutter, 18-incher or whatever. Oh, come here. There she goes. All right. That was fun. Man, they're powerful. I leave my drag somewhat tight for that initial hookup. And then they go so crazy that you swear they're going to break your line. You usually end up backing off a few times during the fight. So I make sure and check my drag between fish. Make sure I got a good amount of pressure so I can get them out away from those mangroves. And I can always back off from there because they usually are good for several minutes of running, even those small ones. Dolphins again, darn it. Hopefully they're filling up on mullet and they'll leave my redfish alone. Redfish and trout. There's a lot of mullet here right now. Usually I see it in the real shallow bays and it's just been kind of absent, so glad to see it's around here somewhere. Had to come out. Well, I got miles of open water behind me and deeper water, so. Water's pretty warm. It's where I'm sitting 75. The Gulf temp is around 73, 72, 73. So not crazy warm Gulf temps, but the afternoons have been nice and the shallows have been warm. And I think we're done with the cool nights. That might be it for cold fronts down here. The real bad ones are the winter anyway. A little bit of a lull here. Had to make 10 casts without a fish, but a lot of times when the tide changes, there's a little bit of a lull when it goes slack, and then typically when it starts to move again, it's game on again. It's the best bite of the day oftentimes on either side of a high or a low tide, but particularly that going into the high tide, and then it gets calm, and then once it starts running again, it's usually a good time to be on a good spot. We shall see. Also had good luck, you know, late afternoon, early evening, and we're sitting on about 5 o'clock here now, so pretty optimistic that we can get a few more here for a video, and because it's so much fun. I think I'll leave that little corner alone for a while. My way up, and then half hour from now try it again before I head in for dinner. Coming at me. Is it a trout or is it a snook? It is a snook. It is a snook. Here comes the dolphins. Show that off for a second, only because it completes the inshore slam. Snook, redfish, sea trout. Now I'm going to try to get a little better snook than that. This one's bleeding really well, but I don't know if he's going to make it, honestly. I don't like to do this, but since this one's probably not going to make it, let's just see if there's somebody else that wants it here. Yeah, they don't see it. There's the two dolphins right here. Here they come. Watch this. the snook or not. There's the dolphin. Oh, look who got it. Did you see that? Did you see that? Oh my gosh, I'm trying to film over my shoulder, but that Inhinga, is it a cormorant? I think it's a cormorant. Is attempting to eat something really big. Yeah, small snook, but holy smokes. I didn't realize an Inhinga could eat that. Is that bird gonna be okay? I kind of have my doubts that bird's gonna be okay. I kind of have my doubts. Well, that was not what I was trying to accomplish. That snook was on its way out, so I guess if it can feed something, fine. I don't know, it might end up killing that cormorant. That is a big, it's stuck in its throat. I might keep an eye on it. I don't know, maybe I go try to pull it out of there, but I was sure hoping one of those dolphins would get it. Wow, that's actually sad. Did not intend for that. Didn't see that cormorant at all. Hooked up. Maybe a little better snook, I suspect. It's dark, whatever it was. Oh yeah, a little nicer snook. I'll take that. Awesome. Touch the leader. Well, I had the INSHORE slam for the video, but I wasn't feeling that good about the snook. It was pretty small. There we go. A little better snook, not a giant, but 25 incher, I suppose, not bad. A little better than that that runt I got a minute ago. It's biting down on my thumb already. That usually means they're ready to rock. All right, swim away. Stay away from those dolphins. All right, a little better specimen for the slam. I think we've honestly, I think that trout was over 25 inches, 25-inch snook, probably a 28 or 29-inch redfish. So we've got some a quality slam going here. So let's see if we can improve on. Oh yeah, nice snook. A little better yet even. Woo! Yes. Oh yeah, nice snook. A little better yet even. Woo! Yes. Beauty. Beauty. Keep improving on that snook. We don't have this one caught yet, I guess. That's a beaut. Oh, bugger. You bugger. Thought I had you. Oh, 10-pound line. Oh, wow. Oh, we got her. We got her. Yes. Yes, we got a good snook now. Now we got a good snook. All right, you ready for this one? Yeah. Probably 28 or 29 incher. That's a good one. Take that. That's a beauty. Did you see that fight? The jumps. That was awesome. That was so good. That was so good. Woo. Look at that mouth. Very cool. Very cool. I'm gonna get a quick still. We're gonna get that one back. All right, I brought this snook up by the mangroves to release it because the dolphins were around. Hopefully you'll have a little better chance of not swimming right into one of their throats. All right. Safe and sound in the mangroves. Okay, I was gonna start working my way back to those redfish, but I think we gotta go see what's going on over on the other end in Snookville here. Lady fish, I think we'll keep that for shark bait. Pretty bloody now anyway. Shark bait. All right, wrap this up. That's about it for the batteries and memory card. Anyway, time for a burger and a beer. Bite and a beer. Go heading to the Keys tomorrow with the kids. Do a little snorkeling adventure. So maybe we can make a little video out of that. And so look for that. I'm going to try to get back out on the snook and redfish in a couple of days. Maybe a tarpon.